The Circle of Legends is live again today, the 7th of February 2021. 30, what can I say, 30, 40 days it has been since a new beginning, since a new year. And here we are on a Sunday evening connecting through technology because we believe that if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. That was a quote from Zig Ziglar. The Circle of Legends is a non-profit organization who are ready to give back to the community without any preconditions, while our objective is to spread knowledge across the globe using learning and collaboration. So today, we are here to learn, we are here to share, and we are here to collaborate, connect, cooperate, and contribute to the society of how technology can be used as a platform. And with me, I would say, are two beautiful ladies, empowered women. When I think about empowered women, I would only say that an empowered woman is powerful beyond measure and beautiful beyond description. And behind every successful woman, there could be a man, but I believe that behind every successful woman is a tribe of other successful women who have her back. But today, I have with me two successful women who have gathered to contribute and to share their words of wisdom, their life lessons, their experiences and challenges to those who wish to learn, empower themselves, engage, and succeed in life. So, introducing Miss Shaifaly. Miss Shaifaly Sangal is a womanpreneur of young minds and women with wings, a mentor who is also into recruitment and trainings. But her mission lies to empower 5,000 women, thus enabling women and businesses to find their right solutions. And then we've got another intelligent, beautiful, and an empowered woman with us, and who is none other than Miss Sunitha Srivasstava, founder principal, who is helping schools to implement NEP in their systems. Also a nutrition therapist, dress and jewelry designer. And she firmly believes that change is only dormant in one's mindset. Happy, honored, and humbled to have you with us, Ms. Shaifaly and Ms. Sunitha.
Greetings to everyone. It's a privilege.
Thank you, Fahmida. Namaskar and good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be a panelist at the Circle of Legends. Hi, Sunitha, and pleasure talking to you today at the panel. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ms. Sunitha, can we have a few words from you as well to begin
with? Greetings to everyone. As Ms. Fan introduced me, I'm Sunitha Srivasstava, working in the capacity of school principal, and it's a pleasure to be here and share a little bit knowledge what I have gathered in these years.
And yes, we have now to close our deal with 4 interesting women, including me. I think I can call myself that with the permission of these 3 empowered and beautiful women around me. Miss Bhawna Dagli. Miss Bhawna
Good morning.
Good morning to you,
madam. Very good evening to Fahmida and Sunitha and Shaifaly, everyone.
Greetings, ma'am.
Yeah.
And to introduce Ms. Bhawna Dagli, she is an experienced principal with a demonstrated history of working in the education industry. Skilled in action research, e-learning, curriculum planning, educational administration, staff development and training, and finally, student counseling and also budgeting. Now, our beloved viewers, supporters and followers would understand what kind of diverse individuals' personalities have gathered here to share with their words of wisdom with us. And to begin with, let me ask you, education, on its original context, is to enlighten us, to help us grow, not only physically, but mentally. Ms. Sunitha, let me begin from you. What, in your perspective, should education be perceived as? I'm sorry, Ms. Sunitha, you're on mute, ma'am.
Yeah. Whatever the education we receive in school, that is formal education, but we learn many things informally. That is how many of the scientists, many of the well-known personalities, without having formal education, through informal education, they perceived their own innate abilities and came forward, and they have given a tremendous knowledge, tremendous innovation to the society. So education is not confined to the bookish knowledge what we acquire in school. Rather, it has a wider scope. Only thing is, we need to have that broader outlook to understand education is. Having formal education in school is one of the I can say parameters, or one of the section of education.
Wonderful, ma'am. As we've understood education to be the building blocks and the core foundation for anybody to be empowered and nurtured, Ms. Shaifaly, please let us know. Now, technology is a platform that has emerged as human evolved, technology evolved, and now we have a technology dominant era. How would you correlate technology and education to have empowered the human or the mankind further for advanced development?
Well, I think, Fahmida, first of all, I think you have gone through my LinkedIn profile in detail. Thank you for that, and a beautiful question you have asked. So for me, technology, has been doing wonders for last 1 year, I should say. I consider myself to be a very non-social animal, and I'm being very honest about it. I am into HR services, recruitments, and all, and so far I was happy, the way I was doing my work and all. Now, when this lockdown started in March 2020, so what happened? We all were sitting at home, locked in the houses, recruitment industry. So, with zero work with us, we were just having our gala time. So I just thought, let me do something different. Let me just try out my hands with, people say a lot about LinkedIn. People say a lot about social media marketing. And before that, I was not much into that. I thought, why to publish myself? Why to publicize myself? And then I just started, putting some small posters, then started doing some webinars, and uh, to be very upfront and honest, so that created wonders for me. I landed reaching the cover page of a digital magazine, Lead, Live, Laugh. I became president of Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I became a mentor to Startup Institute, IIT Kottayam, and a couple of more things which have fallen into my place. And I think the credit of social media visibility, for people and for myself, is one of the thing is that achievement is I am talking to you today. Otherwise, I would not have been here today. So that's the power of, I think, technology, social media, and if used properly, it can do wonders. But if we, get addicted to it, then it may, have the reverse effects also. So we have to be very wise while choosing these things for ourselves, what we want, and how do we put things together. So that's all from my side. Fahmida, I'm done.
She's freezed. Yeah, she's freezed, I think.
So I think Fahmida is facing problems. So I am the backup man, fourth, 12th man in the cricket match. I was on a backstage. My name is Darshan Patel, and I'm the founder of the Circle of Legends. So thanks a lot for your insight, both Shaifaly ji as well as Sunitha ji. So Bhawna ji, your views on what our other esteemed guest has, shared. What you would like to add on? Excuse me, ma'am, you are on mute.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, Darshan, I'm completely with Shaifaly and Sunitha. I agree completely to what they say. When you talk of technology and education, I would say that ultimate goal of education is serving mankind. The same goes with technology. That technology, what we are talking of, basically, it should be serving in one way or the other to mankind for the upliftment of people, for eliminating poverty, or you say bridging the gap between the various classes and masses. And that should be the ultimate goal. And what Shaifaly says, I would just like to add on to what she's saying, that yes, with technology, the sound use of technology, I think it can do wonders. It can make a world into one single community, I would say, that we are one globe, or I mean, there is nothing like a country or maybe a planet. It's just we are one, provided that we use it very soundly and very sensibly. If we are going to overuse it or overdo anything with related to technology, it can go against mankind. That's what would I say on this particular point.
Very well said, ma'am. So I think before I hand over to Fahmida, Fahmida's game, like let me express our own motto and why we are doing this and what all we are doing as a part of the Circle of Legends. So we have started on the Valentine's Day last year, and we are approaching almost the completion of our first anniversary. And we are going to celebrate it with 25,000 families. We are connecting with 25,000 hearts. Not only 25,000 hearts, because each family has 4 members. So mostly 100,000 hearts and mind we are going to connect directly, indirectly, and that connection is not one way, it's an exchange. We are inviting them to send their feelings, messages, wish cards, whatever they would like to connect us with. We would like to connect, and then we have identified 4 pillars of our connection. That is, first is connect. Know that there are some people exist who are ready to help. Then cooperate with them. Means without giving you cannot gain anything. Just like I have heard Shaifaly say, she has got lot many rewards from back from the community by giving so much out to the community. Without giving you cannot just gain back. And once you give X amount, rest assured you are going to get 10x back, because community is not, someone which is thankless. A human can be thankless, community and God cannot be. So that is one thing. The second thing is cooperation. Means you cooperate with each other. There is no need of competing with each other. Collaborate. And the third thing is collaborate. After you cooperate, a next level of cooperation is collaboration. You are not competing, rather you are becoming a collaborative agency to each other. You are affiliating with each other. And the last stage is create, and that is called a value creation to the society, to yourself. Make money, because money is not a wrong thing. Money earned in a wrong way is a wrong thing. So create a service, create an agency. Like I normally give an example, that if a teachers right now, there is an invitation for us, our one group of the teacher is been invited to teach in Kenya, slum in Kenya. So they are going to teach from here to the students in Kenya, and completely remote. They know Swahili, but they are able to understand. Swahili has a same typos as English. It is written differently, it is spoken differently, but written in English. So it is easier for them, and they will be empowered by the teachers from India. That's one thing. But imagine the same teacher, if he gets that skills of teaching algebra, trigonometry, mathematics, English poetry, and then finds a clientele in US, UK, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and start making money in dollars, like dollar per hour, say $5 per hour, $10 per hour. What is wrong in that? That teacher is obviously have invested his time in learning tricks of the trade, and now he is well versed with that. He may be full-time employed somewhere, then he can spend 1 hour a day. And if he's a jobless, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for him to build his fortune. So there are n number of options and opportunities are available. Only thing is, together we have to come and think on it. So these 4 pillars of Circle of Legends are going to make this happen, and we are going to do it in next 1 year. So that's our target of coming year. So up to this year, we have came together, we have known so many people, and now we are going to create this ecosystem further. Over to you, Fahmida.
Thank you so much, Darshanji, for filling up during the technical glitch that I faced, and I think that is both beauty and pain.
Your your volume is little down. Can you make it up?
Audible now, sir? Am I audible now?
No. Okay. In the meantime, Fahmida tries. I would like to tell about Fahmida. Even when she is so busy, occupied, drives the car, she doesn't allow. Means she's not driving. Her driver is driving, but she takes this as a commitment. She doesn't drop the ball. That I will take the show, and you may have seen that she has gone through profile of each one of you before you come to the show. So such kind of committed individuals are associated with us, and you also can be part of that. The viewers who are watching it, or the guests who are in the panel, you also can be part of this community. You can also donate time. We are not accepting or expecting any money from anyone, because it's a free run platform, and the platform itself is self sufficient. There is no much cost involved other than Zoom and the StreamYard cost. But so this is again a beauty of technology. We are blessed with the technology. Yes, Fahmida.
Yeah.
So your light is great, and now let us check your voice.
Sir, am I audible to you now, sir?
Perfect, loud and clear.
Louder?
Louder, yes, loud and clear. Very loud. Very nice.
1 second.
No, this is okay.
Sunitha, it is clear. It is clear.
This is perfect.
Am I?
Okay. So anyway, let's technology play its part. Let's move back to Sunitha ji, as she is on the screen. Sunitha ji, as a principal, what you think that in this coming days, like we have seen the past, we are living in present, but what you are seeing in future, what will happen? What is the post effect of COVID in terms of education? You are again on mute, Sunitha ji.
Yeah. First, I'll take you to past, and then I will connect you to present and the future. So, if I have to talk about the challenges, what we saw during this COVID time, we saw technology as a biggest challenge, and we overcame by uh, by learning it. Teachers were educated how to use technology. At the same time, even the parents were educated. So the leader who is there, who is taking the charge, took the care of managing these things and seeing that the technology is in the forefront and everybody is benefited. And then we had the challenge of devices. There was lack of devices, and parents couldn't afford because many were from different social uh, economic background. So definitely there was challenge in the device, and for that also we help parents how to access devices. And then there was a deficit of trust also among the parents. How the schools will take up this online classes? Are they capable of doing it? That doubt was there. But when we gave 1 month free classes, the trust was regained, and that is how we are running the classes in the most convenient way today, and with the utmost cooperation of parents. And then we had the challenges of seeing the children health and hygiene also at home. Many of the parents are not very much aware of health and hygiene, so time to time we need to instruct the children and tell them how to maintain their health and hygiene when they are at home. So these are some of the challenges, and these challenges were tackled in the most appropriate and timely bound manner. And if we have to talk about today's scenario, everything is settled except sometimes connectivity issues will be there. That's fine. If we are not connected in the morning, we connect in the evening. We see to that the classes are in right spirit. They are conducted in the right spirit. Now coming to future will be definitely hybrid learning. We're all hearing this from many platforms, and once again I would like to mention here that hybrid learning will be there. It was not there in the past because teachers were not very well equipped. Even the schools were not very well equipped with the infrastructure which is required for this hybrid learning. But now, if the child is missing the classes, maybe the child is sick, maybe he will attend online classes. The class is running here physically, and the child can attend at home also. Maybe that I'm saying in future. And maybe we will not go for a lot of uh, may notes taking and all. We have already done it in our school last year itself.
Yeah.
We kept the classworks in the classroom itself. We didn't want the child to carry that burden. We kept the weight of the bag very minimal, and we issued printed notes to the children. We did it last year itself. So uh, these some of the things will be implemented in, I think, in almost all the schools, and uh, technology will be very well received. It was well received, and in future it will be in multiple folds.
Correct. So, ma'am, I think let's have a norm of expressing ourselves in a small bite, so that our audience likes it most. Yes, we would like to explain everything in one go, but let's make it a norm. Like, we will take 30-40 seconds, because that is a normal duration which we have
Fine, fine.
observed that people likes. Basically, our business is like TV channel. So I think now I will
Fine,
suggest
fine.
other guests to be little brief. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure.
Sure. Thanks, ma'am. Fahmida, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much for filling up for me, Darshanji, while I was gone. And that is what I said previously, the boon and the bane of having technology connecting us from worldwide. Miss Shaifaly, this question goes to you because I know that you are apt to answer this, ma'am. While Miss Sunitha wisely stated that it's going to be hybrid learning, I believe that social emotional intelligence is going to play a pivotal role of how kids will be treated online. Personal touch, a physical classroom, a physical connectivity that has been passed on from generation to generation. Now the trend has taken a twist, a transformation rather. How would you believe that social emotional intelligence be a part of children's education, ma'am?
So again, a very beautiful question, Fahmida, because these days the shift from physical classes to virtual classes, and as Sunitha rightly mentioned, that it's going to be a hybrid culture in the coming days and coming years. So we have to be very the parents, as parents, first of all, we have to be very well equipped while dealing with our kids, that what they are doing, how they are doing, what is the trust factor. Like when I talk about myself, I open LinkedIn early in the morning, and there are so many beautiful quotes there, related to happiness, related to positivity, related to emotional intelligence, mental well-being, everything. And I get positive energy, I get my vibes. So first of all, I feel it totally depends upon the parent, that how they nurture their kids, how they are giving them that free hand to take up that education when they are at their using their gadgets, when they are at when they're at their mobile, laptops, tablets, or anything. So what checkpoints we are keeping on them, how we are equipping them, how we are giving them breaks, that stay away from the screen. If we deal with all these things properly, in a proper planned manner, I think should not be a problem, because as we see, survey also says that technology is the new normal. We all have to be, in the VUCA word, virtual word is the new normal, and it is going to stay and increase in coming years. So I think well planned things definitely will help us.
Very well said. Thank you, Miss Shaifali. Miss Bhavna. Now it's time for me to interact with you, ma'am. While your expertise proves that you are in education and also business administration, Ms. Shaifaly, Ms. Bhavna, from your perspective, is do these virtual classrooms prove to be effective as physical classrooms? And because children can go astray with videos and audios off, there is a possibility that children could not be concentrating and focusing. Now, this I speak from I walk in the shoes of a parent. I wear the hat of a mother here while asking you that question. Please do let me know, ma'am.
So, Fahmida, what I would say here, my personal experience in the past, I think 10 to 11 months has been, as you said, that yes, kids have been, too new to what they are doing. This was not the scene of a classroom, a traditional, a conventional classroom. But on the other hand, I could see a lot of positive things happening in the classroom, which was not happening earlier, regarding, say, the effectiveness of online learning and the physical learning. Yes, when it comes to certain skills, technology probably has to take a more effective way, like, say, as in the sports. If I look at the sports part, that the physical activities that we are doing, I think that is one constraint that we are having given the online classes. But if you look at, say, the lab activities, or you look at the say, the counseling part, which involves a lot of physical presence of the parties, both the parties, I mean the counselor and the teacher, or the coach, the sports coach, and the children. I think that's where we need to bring in technology much closer when it comes to the playground and the kids. But otherwise, I think in most of the areas, I have found a lot of effectiveness, because counseling, for example, I'll share a personal experience of me being the head of a school. We had a child, like, it was an admission process that we were going through. It was a grade 6 student, okay, because I deal with K-12 segment of children. So when we took the online test, she could not fare well. So obviously the parents were aware that what she has performed in the form of marks and answering the questions, probably that's not what she is. So we suggested that if they don't mind, since the lockdown is partially open, and if they don't mind to come into the school, probably that would be the best place for them. So at that point, we had to intervene and bring in the physical part of the learning, teaching, and understanding and assessing. But in most of the places, I don't think we would say that it has not been a fruitful exercise. One of the most effective, I would rather say, in the change that we are bringing. We are at a threshold where we need to understand as to how technology and mankind can be friends more than maybe a pain. I mean, that's what I would take my point forward.
Wonderfully articulated, Ms. Bhavna. As far as I've
Yeah,
assessed the conversation, how it has gone till now, I've understood that we do not exist without technology. And that
it's
brings
not
me to Ms.
possible.
Sunitha. Ms. Sunitha, do let me know, ma'am, if technology has dominated our existence, if technology is going to be our foundation of existence, then how should technology be actually optimally utilized? Now, utilization of technology has become easy. Even now, kids who are bright born and within 3 to 4 months, they don't know how to navigate through a smartphone. We've reached that kind of a generation. But optimal utilization, the 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 true purpose of technology has to be brought out, because I think there's lots of distortion and noise that prevails in digital mass social or digital platforms that have put away the true purpose, the original purpose that can bring to us a lot of benefits. What are your thoughts on it, ma'am?
Yeah, I believe that everything has its own pros and cons, and even technology is also included in that. So, if I have to talk about the side effects of technology, there are many. But we must know how to use it to the optimum level for our own benefit. If we talk about today's time, definitely it is because of technology we are running a normal show, whether it is IT sector or education sector. You talk about most of the sectors, it is because of technology we are running the show. But once we come back to the normal situation, definitely it should be a balance, very balanced way of things we have to carry on. Otherwise, it will definitely overpower. I don't believe in too much of overpowering, because when I talk about education in sector, the personal bondage will be missing when it comes to technology. It's when we are in touch with the students, we can have the eye contact, we can uh, just analyze what the student is thinking about. When it comes to technology, when we are having interaction through online, sometimes what happens, there is connectivity problem. Maybe at the right moment when we are catching that particular moment, maybe there is connectivity problem. So these are some of the hindrance when it comes to technology. Otherwise, it is faring very well in today's time.
Absolutely agree to you, Miss Sunitha. It is faring, and every part of life that we face, every facet rather, has its own pros and cons. While you said that that is something that we need to coexist with, Miss Shaifaly, education, I believe, and many others do believe, that without educating the heart and without educating the mind, education does not emerge as the platform that we require. In which case, with your empowered vision, Ms. Shaifali, how do you think that education can be a bridging point using technology? And when I say this, ma'am, Ms. Shaifali, I believe that technology is divided. Now, these platforms, for example, taking LinkedIn into perspective, LinkedIn is divided into two main components, where one is flourishing. It's prosperous, with leaders being seen, being viewed, being appreciated, while there is another segment which is lost, where there are good leaders in that segment. What do you think of this division, and how could empowerment, how could education make this division invisible?
I think, Fahmida, first thing what we have to do is our purpose should be aligned and we should be focused. I'll give you a quick example of myself only. One day, as you rightly mentioned, that there are a lot of leaders, there is a lot of visibility and a lot of things going on at social media, especially at LinkedIn. So one day I just was scrolling through some profiles, got some interesting videos, and whole day I just spent into networking. And by the time I realized that what I'm doing, it was three-fourths of the day was almost gone, and I did nothing besides just LinkedIn, commenting at people, networking, making some connections. Yes, it is going to help us in the long run, but we have to be very genuine, and we have to be very focused while doing it. So now what I have done is I have divided my hours, that in morning I'll give half an hour, in afternoon, maybe after lunch break I'll give half an hour, and in evening I'll give half an hour. So depending upon because I am a consultant, I'm not a corporate professional, so I can afford to give 1.5 or 2 hours at social media, because again it helps me with a lot of networking. But we have to be very cautious. And for this, I think when you spoke about that, how can we educate? So definitely, like we are doing a lot of sessions. When this VUCA word started, we did a lot of sessions on how to use Zoom, how to make posters, how to use Canva, how to use virtual presentations. Same way, I think in coming days, it is very important how to do time management, how much time to be spent on social media. Like Darshan Patel is doing so many, coming up with beautiful topics every time. Why not keeping this topic in our next panel discussion, that what should be the time management and what is the effective time when we should be available, present digitally, and how much time in a day a corporate professional or a self-employed person should spend at social media. I think that will really help us a lot, because otherwise people are going at a toll, mental toll, stress, a lot of things are happening. So in order to get things in place, because so many things are there and we want to grab all the opportunities, whatever we see at social media, we see this is for me, this is for me, let me grab it, let me grab it. So we have to be very genuine while choosing the things, picking up the things. And I think the time management and these education, that what is the optimal time one should attend, one should spend, definitely will help us all.
Yes, Yes, ma'am. Well said. Thank you so much. There comes the emotional intelligence, self and social management. How you manage yourself, your goals and objectives, and align them with social management when you are focusing on networking. Ms. Bhavna, when it comes to
Yeah.
this, what would be your tips or your wonderful insights to our beloved supporters, viewers, and followers in order to have focused goals and objectives when it comes to their career that is based on technological transformation?
So, Fahmida, what I would say is that children, while it's very new for them to take up an online class or get so much of access to, gadgets, like through, say, for example, although they'll be having limited hours of school, okay, but there will be somewhere they will be getting access in one way or the other, whether it is something that they have to make a project or they have to research on something, and they would be knowingly unknowingly get into this particular type of activity where they are with the digital world. In that case, I feel that the children, they need to be counseled, or an awareness needs to be brought, which comes under the purview of the school to a very large extent. And of course, at home, definitely the parents are always there to guide them, but the school can take up a lot of activities which can help them understand as to what how they can set a goal on what they are doing on the social media. As Shefali rightfully said, that there is no end to, like, being on the online platform, and it can lead to hours together that you are there and grabbing things for yourself. This is going to happen with anybody. Forget about kids. We as adults behave so differently when it comes to getting a particular social networking site. So I think the schools can play a very active role in bringing that particular awareness through various collaborative projects, as we give, say, a particular SUPW activity where they can get into research, get data as to how many people are accessing social media, a particular thing, website, and what are the ill effects of that particular thing. So until they are brought in touch with this part, I don't think that particular what we are trying to achieve through technology can be brought in into the coming generation. Okay, and besides that, I have another viewpoint also, that the kids that whom we are training right now, the best part is that we have got access to so much of technology quite late. But I think somewhere these kids, the generation which we are teaching right now, they are getting access to technology much early in their life, and I think it will be easy for them to understand what technology is, because they are the ones who are creating it, and they are the ones who are going to use it. So I think a little bit of intervention from the schools end and the parents and the communities end would be doing a wonderful job.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Mr. Darshan, you are on mute.
I think there is a problem where Fahmida is. Fahmida, is it okay
She's,
now?
she's back.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Technology is challenging because I'm challenging technology today through this talk show. So, trying to stay resilient towards many challenges. And that brings me to the question of challenges. Miss Sunitha, when it comes to challenges of life, today people see you, Miss Sunitha, Miss Shaifaly, Miss Bhavna, as empowered, established women. But where there is no pain, there is no gain. So it's time to now share your precious life lessons of what you went through. What are the many challenges that you faced? Because technology has only been available 1.5 years back. But since till then, we have been people who have paid a lot of attention and brought a lot of value to physical connectivity, physical relationships, and relationships that harness face to face conversations. Please do share about your life journey.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Ms. Pamita. Uh, when a child is born, it is he or she is born with a lot of difficulty. And when we leave this world, at that time also, it is difficult for us to leave the world. It is very difficult to breathe, completely complete our breathing system and leave the world. So, like that, in between, also, we are with the challenges every day. Each day is a new challenge, and we cannot apply the same principle what we have applied for the previous principle. So, a new challenge should be tackled with a lot of analysis. We need to introspect ourselves what this challenge is, how I can tackle. So, like that, if I have to talk about my life challenges, there were many. As a teacher, there were many. Um, but here, I would like to share a few challenges. Um, Definitely, when it was uh, time to come to education industry, I was in advertising industry. I was not related to education sector. I was in advertising agency, and later I had no choice because I was in north of India. There at that time there was no advertising agency. So this was my biggest challenge, and I transformed myself to the education industry. Though unwillingly, I came to education sector. Within 1 year, I discovered this is the sector I was made for. So later on, I started pursuing the qualifications which are required for the education sector, and I never missed an opportunity to train myself, whether through seminars, workshops, trainings, whatever was possible, I attended. And wherever possible, I try to help people. This is how I have grown. And at the same time, one of the principals told me that you have leadership quality, why don't you think about it? I never had this idea that I could be a principal one day. I thought I will retire as a teacher. But because of that intervention made by that principal, I started thinking about it. And I started training myself. And after 8 years, I became a principal for a large format school. Yes, it was very challenging taking up as a principal over there because it was a rural sector school, and many first generation learners were there. But we did a lot of innovation, and being in ICSE board, the syllabus is comparatively it is tougher. So there we did a lot of innovations, and after that I came to a point of saturation, and then I wanted to become a founder principal. So in 2019 I took over as a founder principal. Within for 1 year we did a lot of activities, and it was very much engaging and fun, loving engagement. But after this pandemic came, and we are all here. But even this pandemic, it has taught me a lot, and it has made me a different person, and it has also made me to understand NEP in a better way. And we had already implemented some of the things, and I'm helping some of the schools to implement NEP also. This has been the my life journey so far.
An incandescent example indeed, Miss Sunitha, of how resilience, strength, and being open to opportunities can unveil new path that could be your destiny. Thank you once again, ma'am. And Shaifaly, ma'am, here I come over to you. As I've always understood, life is all about being resilient to the challenges that we meet. Being a mentor, being an edupreneur, being a empowered and an inspiring leader yourself, how have you reached this point? And what would be your advice, tips and tricks rather, to millennial and emerging leaders for them to reach their goals and objectives?
Awesome. So, Fahmida, my first tip would be we should be ready to take the challenges. Now, if I talk about myself, I am a total non-techie guy. If anything used to come to me, even about updating a software, I used to look here and there. Please help me. Please help me. My laptop is on update. What to do? How to do? Even installing a software or anything. Now, when we were sitting at home and I was exploring, what new should I do, how to do something. So challenges I faced is how to, make a poster, how to use Canva, how to be very active at LinkedIn. These were few of the challenges because I was just busy with my daily routine work and never focused on these things or maybe learning these things. A lot of sessions then also used to happen, but I never was a part of those associations, learning or anything. So we have to be a learner. I just geared up myself, no, I have to do. And the other thing was, in Hindi we commonly say, जब सर पे पड़ती है तो सब करते हैं. So it was on me. I had to do, I had time, I had to do something constructive out of that. I didn't want to crib. So I learned Canva, I learned social media platforms, I learned, how to make powerful presentations, I learned how to make Google Forms, meeting, invites, everything. And then I learned it to that extent that I was very happy that I taught so many forums how to conduct webinars, how to make posters, and how to do. So when I actually grabbed that opportunity and made technology my friend, that now I'll not fear, I'll face it, I'll do it. So things automatically started falling in place. And one piece of advice which I will want to give to the young generation, that of course the young generation is very smart, and they are always better than us. Even 2-year-old knows how to operate an Android phone. So, but yes, again, I have mentioned earlier also, if we use technology wisely, there are so many apps, so many tools coming up, and technologies, daily we get the new versions, updated versions, everything is there. If we use it wisely and if we make technology our friend, we will not face a problem and we will always be updated, because this is a digital world. This is a world where you have to be visible, where you have to show yourself. Uh, Earlier, I used to feel that, Google Baba will give all the information. But if I don't, make myself visible, how will Google Baba give my information to anyone? So, you have to be very thoughtful. You have to be very mindful while using technology and making it your friend.
Versatility, dynamism, being thoughtful, being mindful. What inspiring words those were. Thank you so much, Miss Shaifaly. Here I come to you again, Miss Bhavani. I'm sorry. Tell me, ma'am. Now, VUCA. People talk about VUCA being volatile, uncertain, ambiguous, and filled with chaos and being ambitious. But right now, can this VUCA still be applicable? Because I believe that volatile has become versatility. Uncertain has become the unheard, and the unheard business models. And certainty has become the complex systems. What do you think about the new VUCA that has given birth due to this pandemic, and how should millennial and emerging leaders be adoptive and adaptive to this system?
I think what I would like to add here is that there is no escape from technology. It's better that we accept it, we be ready for change. Adaptability, I think that is the basic characteristic of human beings. And I don't think this is the time when we should be away from that characteristic anymore, if we have been somewhere in the past, because the pandemic has been a very, very big lesson for all of us, that given such challenges, if mankind doesn't adopt technology, I think we do not have place anywhere. As Shaifaly said, that visibility, you will not be visible, probably you will vanish very soon. So volatility, versatility, both they can come to a very great collaboration, and you can come up, emerge as an individual who is very modern and advanced in adopting the change that has come in our lives. And I think the new generation definitely is doing it quite well, because they are, like how we say that the child is born with a silver spoon. Okay, now in today's time, each and every child is born with access to technology. So it's more than a silver spoon for them. But the challenges mainly would be with the generation which is existing, like the ones like us. If we do not adopt to the changing times, I think that is where we would have to vanish very soon. We'll be out of the picture. and the new generation will take over very fast, and there'll be no work for us to do. Probably nothing, I would say, if we are not in touch with technology. So this is my take on.
Absolutely, ma'am. Be the change you wish to see.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, ma'am. Be the change you wish to see in the world. One of my
Wow,
favorite quotes of Mahatma Gandhi. You want the
very true.
transformation, you be the transformation. You
You
want
be the
positivity,
transformation.
feel positivity, and you want success. Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for those words of wisdom. Very appreciative and very motivating. Now, today's show's theme being connecting and creating humanity through the existence of technology. Please give us your final few punch words, I would say, for it to be imprinted into the hearts of our emerging and millennial leaders. Let me start with you, Ms. Bhavna, as I'm online with you. What exactly should humanity be perceived as? What is actual humanity, and how could this collaboration be created through technology?
See, what would I say here, Fahmida, that the ultimate goal of technology and education, I think, is serving the mankind. I once again reiterate that if we are not able to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, the underprivileged and the privileged ones, between the ones who are in the remotest part of the world to the ones who are highly advanced according to us, if we are not able to bring up with use of technology, I think we'll be failing as human beings then. So the ultimate purpose of technology should be bridge that particular gap, because technology should be shaping our future. It should not be one which will be destroying it in any way. So the little challenges that we face, like overusing technology, or as you say, the bane of technology, as I have told in my discussion earlier as well, that can be overcome by bringing awareness. But finally, as the new generation or the existing one, wherever we are developing new technology in various parts of the social setup, ultimately each and everybody should be made aware, and that sense has to grow in us that technology has been made by us, for us, not to destroy the mankind. So if this is what we are able to convey and imbibe, probably I would say, in our kids, I think technology is something that can be, the only thing that we'll be looking forward to in the future as the support, for us to grow and develop into and flourish in whatever we want. So that's my take on it, Fahmida. Am I audible? I think Fahmida has lost her connection, so
I think
Darshan will have
yes,
to take over.
we have lost the connection with Fahmida once
Yes,
again.
I guess so.
Yeah, hi. So I
Yeah.
think this is now we are coming to the end of the session. Almost we have spent 52 minutes exchanging our ideas, and we are coming up with a lot of thought process around how to evolve this as a platform like a TV channel, which is much more interesting, and people are interested in watching us because we all are knowledge bank, and from this knowledge bank, people should be grabbing knowledge at their own ease. It should not be like YouTube, where mm, uh, uh, when you go to search something, I normally conventionally give an example that a person goes there to a house maker, or a lady goes to search for a recipe for to make pizza, and an advertisement comes for Domino's that buy one get three free or get two free, and then they immediately calls the uh, place the orders, and the pizza comes to home, and on the box of the pizza it is written that come to Inox and you will have buy two tickets and get two tickets free. So they will go to Inox, they will watch the movie 600 rupees or 1000 rupees more, and then they will buy popcorns over there, which is of 200 rupees, which can be made at home with just 20 rupees. So, such kind of endless spending, which has been created with use of technology, we would like to come out with such a simple, a plain vanilla platform, which is just for knowledge. No other things. If you want to study science, okay, go to this science stream. If you want to go maths, go to the maths teachers. So there will be lectures and series which will be arranged. They will be categorized, and they will be made available to the global level. So wherever the teachers, and there are several platforms are being created, means we are not alone. There is TCS has created ION, which is offering to 10 million people in one go, and where content creators will be teachers. So they will be teaching biology, they will be submitting their content, and those who would like to gain the knowledge out of it may have to pay small little fees, which will be going to the teacher. But here at the Circle of Legends, even we would like to eliminate that. We would like to say that teachers, that you want to get famous, you want to have your own aura created. Nobody is visiting your YouTube channel. Don't worry. We have 1 lakh members. Those who are going to come and connect with you, they will boost your post your knowledge over here. We will tap on your back and say, we will acknowledge your, say that, okay, you are working, doing very well. And then your knowledge will reach to the world. So, and this is offered completely free of cost. So this is the vision which we have. Similar as on LinkedIn, similar as on Facebook, what we do, somebody writes a good article, we click like, or we write a comment. Here we are going to be an extended family who likes on a based on segments. So I think that plan is going to work very well in the next quarter, and support from each one of you is going to be highly appreciated. So on a closing note, would like to say that if you are buying in the idea of TCOL, just give your constructive remark that what we should be doing, what we should not be doing.
Absolutely. I think, Darshan, that is a beautiful initiative you are taking. And I have been seeing you for so many months. The kind of people you are bringing, the kind of topics you are bringing up, and now this big initiative. Wow, I don't have words to express. And whatever way I can contribute, I would definitely love to be a part.
Thanks a lot. At least, ma'am, let's compliment each other like our members. We feel like a family. So now Fahmida. If Fahmida does something good, just say very well done, Fahmida.
Yes.
So thanks a lot. What's your opinion, ma'am, Bhavna, ma'am?
What I would like to say is, Darshan, that TCOIL is doing a wonderful job when it comes to reaching out to people. I think we need to keep up doing these things. And your idea about bringing in teachers, bringing in topics which are connected to education, and connecting more with the world around, and reaching out to people who are probably underprivileged, I think that it's going to be a wonderful job that TCOIL will be doing. And we would be more than happy to contribute as educators and be a part of your team. So kindly keep us updated on what you are doing.
Thanks a
And
lot,
a
ma'am.
special thanks, yes, thank you, Darshan. A
Thank you,
special
ma'am.
thanks to Fahmida. A wonderful job, and very inspiring to see you traveling and being with us. And yes, kudos to you. Great.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Ms.
ma'am.
Bhavna.
So now let's go to Sunita ji, and then Fahmida, I will finally come to you also for having some parting words. So Sunita
Sure.
ji.
Yeah, Mr. Darshan, I was just knowing that you are conducting webinars for general purpose. I was not knowing that it is related to education also. And if it really works in that way, definitely the underprivileged who are not getting access to the uh, online teachings and all other things, or they cannot afford to go to high level of coaching classes, if they can get something free like this, definitely it will be a great motivation for them. And definitely educators from all over the world, if they come together and contribute their bit, uh, definitely it will be a great contribution to the humanity.
Yes, ma'am.
So since
So
this topic is also related to humanity, it is excellent.
yeah.
Congratulations on
So
this.
As man, our slogan itself says that use of technology for betterment of mankind. I'll give you one classical example of a village sarpanch who has offered to have use his mobile to 5 or 7 kids to come together and watch certain kind of videos. So he sits with them just like a father figure, just like previously used to happen, like grandfather used to sit with 2 3 kids or 4 kids, because it was an extended family. The complete family used to have 5 brothers and 6 sisters. So dadaji used to sit like that. So similarly, this sarpanch, village sarpanch, is sitting with them and explaining them or showing them videos. Okay, kids, come and see this. So such kind of things are going to happen, and we are the one who are going to make it happen. Nobody else is going to make it happen. So let's inspire them. Yeah. Fahmida, a parting word from you. How is the situation in Sri Lanka, and what is your ambition?
Of course, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I should say Sri Lanka is, of course, reviving itself in terms of business, education, and whatever it is, because the mindset of the people, as Ms. Sunitha believes, the mindset of the people is what matters for us to move forward and succeed in life. As today's talk show has correctly stated, with 3 empowered, inspired, and influential leaders led by Mr. Darshan Patel, the leader of the Circle of the Legends, we are here to create, cooperate, and collaborate. What we need to do is to reach out to the millennial and the emerging leaders to help them empower themselves, to help them engage, and to help them succeed in their lives as well. The technology today, although it is a double-edged sword, it is up to us, because we have the power to create it, and certainly we do have the power to manage it. So let's manage, let's self-manage, let's have proper social management skills as well. So parting today after a wonderful talk show, I'm sure the wonderful insights, the insightful expertise shared by the empowered leaders, the beautiful ladies who I connected with you, would be of great use. So thank you so much for joining with TCOL, and stay connected and be empowered.
Thanks a lot. Hasta luego. Say bye bye. Aujo.
I would like to congratulate Fahmida for such wonderful interaction. It was really engaging. And I would like to thank other panelists also for contributing great insight. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Sunita.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Bye
everyone.
bye. Humble.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so much.
everyone. Good
Thanks
night.
all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Good
you so
evening.
much.
Bye.